See, I'm trying to get back in my truck, but what's your name, Nathan? Yeah, we having a conversation. He's telling me the story about what your mother passed away the day of your actual wedding.
Yeah,
the morning of. But fortunately, they were married prior to that, and this was like the official wedding, for the family and stuff. And then the mother, the wife, the father.
My wife's mother's stepfather. He raised her.
Okay. And they still together now, 7 years later. 3-year-old son. Had heart surgery, how you say, 3 times?
Yeah.
3 times? That's a lot for 3 years, at 3 years of age. And as I say, I look at things the way they are, and I look at things the way they could be. And like I said, we have no idea what a real system is. This is not a real system. Because St. Jude Hospital, food, travel, care, whatever. You don't get a bill from St. Jude, and you say you went to Ronald McDonald House?
They helped us with their food, housing, travel. We still got a bill from the hospital, but
yeah. But they helped out a lot, though.
Oh yeah.
Now, when you look at the way the medical system is today, just going to a regular hospital, and you look at what St. Jude and Ronald McDonald House is doing, these are independent hospitals.
Yeah, off campus.
These are independent hospitals that's being supported by donations. You don't know the people who's donating to them, but you know a certain amount of people are doing it, and it's providing a service. You would think if you was up under a real system, and the governing body was like, well, hey, these people are coming together to provide free or close to free medical treatment. Let us look into see what they're doing, and mimic it, because we have the federal government at our disposal. Because what we're doing right now is not working. So you would think that they would look into that and see how they can mimic that to lower the cost of healthcare. Nobody plans on having a 3-year-old having 3 open heart surgeries.
It's devastating.
Yeah. And if it wasn't for Ronald McDonald House,
we would have been standing on the streets up there.
Yeah.
Since Cincinnati, where he had a surgery. I live here, so.
Right. You'd have been in trouble.
Yeah.
So, like I say, and I said, and the thing is this: there should be no way that a private institution can take, like, let's say a millionaire, billionaire. I want to privatize Social Security. I want to privatize education. I want to privatize Medicaid and Medicare. To take that ability away from the government, and then do what? Once you privatize it, then what?
Make it how you want.
Right, make it how you want. They can raise the cost, make it the care better.
Allow what you want to go on, who you want.
Right. Yeah. But see now, the other side of that sword is this: the people should not have to be handcuffed by maintaining this system the way the government is. If it's not serving the needs of the people, we're not obligated to stay with the government. You see St. Jude and Ronald McDonald House, these are not federal programs.
No.
These are privately funded programs. Now just think if St. Jude and Ronald McDonald House came together and said, well, the same thing we did for Medicaid, for your medical, let's do for food. Let's do for education. Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, it'd be great.
Well, especially when you have a group of people that's already benefited from their medical experience, and know that it's sound.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'd be down.
So if let's say the people that was donating to St. Jude was paying, let's say, $20 a month, and and you're pregnant or you don't have a kid, but you just want some source that give you an alternative.
Yeah.
Just an alternative. Because see, to me, life with no choice is no life worth living.
It's not.
It's not worth living.
It's not.
And in order to get that choice, you have to be brave enough to take the necessary steps to do it.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
And then once you get a core of people that came together and then created a St. Jude and a Ronald McDonald House, and if they say if we can just get a little bit more, and especially when you look at how much money you saved,
Yeah.
when you look at how much money you done saved,
That's why I donate.
right?
You know.
And as opposed to not having that resource, and they say they want to get into educating children, they want to get into feeding people. Because see, if you're truly about cancer or children health, then you want to start feeding them nutritious food.
Yeah. No.
If they ate nutritious food, you just about cut regular sickness in half.
You would, yeah.
Heart disease, high blood pressure, autism, all that would be cut in half at least.
Yep. It would.
But you need a foundation. And St. Jude and Ronald McDonald House have had that.
Yeah.
And see, like I said, this is why I say, the same thing about with black people. If you just have a leap of faith and trust in a new way, in an alternative way of life, just to provide for your health. And then once you see that, you say, okay, this saved me a third of what I used to pay before.
You know it's attainable.
Yeah, you know it's obtainable, and it's obtainable, and it's sustainable.
Yeah.
And as long as we exist, the need will always be there. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
It's not going away.
it ain't going away. So what likelihood do you think that the government will say, well, let's do what St. Jude is doing. Let's offer people free health care, free transportation, free food. You think they're going to do that?
You can give it about a 0% chance.
They think there's more money in treatment.
Yeah.
There's more money in treatment than it is a cure.
Yeah, because then there's no cure. It's lifelong treatment.
Lifelong treatment. And like I say, this it's not hard to like I said, whatever you're doing right now, just ask yourself, are you comfortable with this being the only way that you live? You got to have everybody working. Everybody got to have medical insurance. Everybody got to get a mortgage. Pay 30 years to pay your house off, if not more. God forbid you got to refinance, because you refinance, that means you starting the whole thing all over again. All over again.
And with house payments now, people really
Right.
have to.
And another thing I was thinking about, when you have a business generates revenue or profit every year, right?
Yes.
But how often do wages go up?
Not very much.
Not very much. So let's say we put a new moratorium on business. Let's say business, you can only increase your wages. The business can only increase it every 3 to 5 years. Give the people a chance to catch up. You know what I'm saying?
Be lovely.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah. Give the people an opportunity to catch up. You cannot have business raising revenue every freaking year, but the people, they say the minimum wage and for federal government haven't been increased since like 1990 something.
Yeah. 96, I think.
96.
Yeah. I think so.
1996.
You know the minimum wage here in Kentucky?
What's the minimum wage
$7.25.
in Kentucky? $7.25. That's ridiculous.
Now a lot of places pay more than that. But
Right.
They don't have to.
But that's the minimum wage. That's the minimum wage. So they can legally pay you $7.25 an hour.
Well, I started out working at.
Right.
So
That's ridiculous. So would you agree with a moratorium on businesses increasing their revenue every 3 to 5 years? Give the people a chance to catch up. So when you send your sons and daughters out there in the world, at least have a fighting chance.
Yeah, I'm scared for that now. To be honest with you.
Yeah. So and I tell people all the time. I say when they look at my content, and I say, look, nobody. Let me say this. I would love right now if blacks and whites could work together, because we have everything that we need right now. Everything that we need, we got access to. But the thing is, how long can it be sustained? And is it practical that black people can live their whole entire lives based off the kindness of whites for their whole entire life and for their children as well? It's not practical at all. But see, like I say, when you live and you grew up in your mother's house, right?
Yes. Split house on it, yes.
Yeah. But at some point in time, you had to go outside your mother's house and find your own way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Could you imagine yourself living how old as you are right now, still living with your mother up under her rules?
No.
Yeah, maybe you drive yourself crazy.
I would, yeah.
This is a state of black people. We have been up under this system for almost 500 years, but yeah, we've never been able to go outside and find our own path. Take what we have learned and build on it for ourselves. Now, do you think that's right?
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's agreed. And we should not have to be forced to stay in your mother's house. You don't agree with her rules, her restrictions, her limitations, but she won't let you leave. But then when they get mad, now you got white people building their own communities. You heard about that, right? Yeah, white people in Arkansas,
I'm sure they have.
they building their own communities for whites only. So you tore down black independence to force us back into integration with y'all, and now you're building white communities that's going to be surrounded by black communities that we don't have no control over our way of life. What do you think is going to happen?
It's not going to be good.
It's not going to be good. Let's see, like I said, but we started this off with St. Jude and the Ronald McDonald. I'm gonna have to look at the Ronald McDonald House, because I forgot about them. They do a lot of with children medical and stuff like that.
While he was in the ICU for the 2 months, we couldn't stay in the room overnight, so they put us up in a nice hotel. 2 months. Yeah, fed us meals, 3 meals a day. Gave him stuff.
They gave you 3 meals a day?
Yeah.
Man.
Gave us lunch and dinner.
And you said, but you got a bill from the hospital, but you didn't get a bill from Ronald McDonald House?
Ronald McDonald's all free. Yeah.
But the hospital made sure you paid. See, that's
yeah.
How many people you think is going to get sick in this world? Everybody, right?
Yeah.
Everybody. And sometimes you get one sickness, and it could decimate your economy.
Yeah. For life.
For life.
Yeah. This is about $1 million surgery.
$1 million at 3 years of age.
Yeah.
And you think we can keep going through life like this? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Now just think what heart surgery gonna cost a 3-year-old 30 years from now.
They might not even give him one. It's too expensive.
Too expensive.
Yeah.
Because you know they do that for older people. If you get a certain age, you can't get a kidney surgery.
No.
They won't give you a new kidney.
It's like the UFC fighter Ben Askren. They wouldn't even give him money for a double lung transplant.
Why not?
Because it wasn't life-saving. Or it wasn't life-threatening, it was life-saving. So the insurance wouldn't pay for it.
So because he could live with bad lungs, he would be
He could live on a ventilator.
Yeah, he live on a ventilator. But if it was going to kill him, then they'd give him the surgery. That's ridiculous. You see what kind of options? You see what kind of options this system give you? So, like I said, even with that, even when you face with an alternative, and neither one is appealing, what do? You create another option.
Yes.
You create another option. There's never a reason for you to sit back and be satisfied with what's in front of you. Create an alternative for it. Gee, that's ridiculous. But like I said, let me get my butt back in this truck. I won't never get to Missouri. But I'll see y'all in my next video. Ashe.